Welcome to a very special day that marks a significant milestone in our senior students' education. The day where we graduate. The day where change is more prominent than ever. The day where one life ends and a new, exciting and challenging one begins. Today, I have a bit to get through in my speech, however, I've tried to keep it as interesting as possible, so please, sit back and enjoy. This is a day that has been in the making for the past 13 years. One which, at the beginning of my schooling journey, was hardly even registering in my mind. Yet, throughout my years of schooling, that subconscious countdown has ticked away. 6 years, 4 years, 2 years, 6 months, and now, today. However, before I begin to farewell you all, let me take you back to the beginning of my schooling journey and give you an insight into the defining moments of my student career at Moreton Bay Boys College. It was the end of 2008. The principal was the wonderful Dr. Roderick Crouch. Student enrolments totaled 299. This was the day I had my first experience with the college. I remember it vividly, walking into what was then known as Prep Y for my prep experience day, where I excitedly met and began playing with some of my friends from preschool in the all too legendary wooden blocks corner. We then moved to the mat at the front of the room where I met my amazing prep teachers, Mrs. Fogg and Mrs. Petrie, for the first time. Following this, we all eagerly ran outside to the playground where I instantly made a beeline for the sand pit, digging with the shovels and the little excavator toys. I concluded my day rolling hula hoops down the hill with my prep friends, chasing the hoop as it bumped down the grass and enjoying the wind blowing through my hair as I tried to run faster and faster each time. At the end of that day, I remember how happy, content and at home I felt. I belonged at MBBC. I even remember feeling quite sad that I had to leave after having so much fun. So 13 years on from that day, it's quite nostalgic and even a little melancholic to be standing before you and feeling the exact same way about the last day of my college, the last day at the college as I did on my first. Fast forward throughout my schooling years and I can pinpoint a few of my favourite experiences, from drawing robots and making gingerbread houses with Mr. Freeman in prep, to watching chickens hatch for the first time in an incubator in grade 2, to discovering my love of reading and Harry Potter in grade 4 with Mrs. Beecham, to participating in bike safety training with Mr. Florine in grade 5, to being house vice captain of Flynn in grade 6, to watching the shiny new library be constructed in grade 9, to MYP exhibition in year 10, and finally all the wonderful memories made in senior school. The list, in fact, could continue endlessly. Throughout 13 years of schooling, 13 years of unforgettable memories have been made. 13 years of education that will take all us seniors into the next phase of our lives and beyond. There have also been many hilarious moments with my friends, which I will also take with me. I'll try not to embarrass you guys too much. Jared in grade 4 learning about forces in motion. Somewhat involuntarily was certainly a highlight when an old spare tyre who was having fun examining managed to lose its way and may have ended up hurtling down the hill at the back of the school and into the nature refuge, where it remains lost until this day. Blake and his free settler community model in grade 5 was also a notable memory. In particular, his use of real Skittles in containers to signify food storage. It's still a mystery in my mind as to how, after just one day of school, almost all the Skittles just mysteriously vanished from his model. The only trace being the rainbow-coloured tongues of most of our classmates. Will and his coffee drinking habits throughout secondary school also have a special place in my mind. What seemed like on a daily basis, Will would come to school prepared for learning, with a 1.5 litre bottle of coffee and a few drops of milk for added benefit, which he would use as productive energy. Throughout the day, indeed, it worked. By lunchtime, Will could touch type by placing his fingers over the keyboard and using the uncontrollable jitters gained from the coffee to rapidly press the keys. And finally, Jacoby, Harrison, the boys who make this school run audio-visual-wise have given me many highlights for sure. From their fond naming scheme of the wireless PA mixer as the International Space Station, due to the large number of brackets, monitors, arms, cables and bumper stickers attached to it, to the catalogue of equipment, memes, power tools and other paraphernalia which mysteriously make appearances around performance and recording spaces. Each day has been full of good memories and laughter thanks to these guys. Their addiction to sugar and energy drinks is a defining characteristic, and in my mind only fuels their enthusiasm to do great work that benefits us all, including the assistance of setting up this event and the academic awards on Tuesday night. But like anything, there is a time where we must say goodbye, where we must let the sun set on the past, on what has been achieved, and wake to a new day full of new possibilities. Today, this is the case with the closing of my schooling chapter, and I could not possibly end my time at this school without thanking several important individuals who have well and truly shaped me into the man that stands before you today. Let me begin by thanking some of my teachers over the years. Mrs. O'Connor, you were the first person I encountered on my first day of grade 7 as my form teacher. Throughout the years, you've taught me across the STEM subject areas and, most recently, general maths. Thank you so much for all that you have done. Your knowledgeability, attention to detail, and high expectations pushed me to think deeper, more critically, and to achieve my best. And your commitment to helping me through maths is something I certainly will not forget. Whilst maths will never be my forte, this year your concise, clear and logical explanations and lesson guidance have not only given me the motivation and drive to improve, but also helped me to discover a newfound love for maths. And for this, I'm forever grateful. Mrs. Cads, throughout my time in secondary school, you have always been someone to rely on. Your warm heart, kindness, and overwhelming commitment to well-being has been absolutely outstanding. You approach each day with a positive outlook, a nurturing nature, and a warm smile that is enough to melt anyone's heart. More specifically, your nurturing nature was what helped me adapt and thrive back in grade 7 when I faced challenges with stress. To this day, the contribution you have made to my success is instrumental, and I thank you so much for all that you've done. Mr. Bettinson, thank you so much for your dedication, enthusiasm, and energetic delivery and promotion of the humanities. I still remember my first history lesson with you back in grade 9. From the moment I stepped into your classroom, I was captivated, amazed, and excited to learn more. Thank you for broadening my approach to learning, showing me how to deconstruct and analyse information so effectively, and more importantly, how to compose robust, factual pieces of work. It was this teaching that caused me to become interested and passionate about legal studies, and consequently realised this is a path I would like to pursue as a career, so thank you. Mrs. Bowen and Mrs. Smith, both of you have been absolutely outstanding. You have been people that I can rely on to discuss matters, great and small, share ideas, brainstorm solutions, and generally have meaningful personal conversations about a range of topics. Your commitment to this college, its students, the arts, and the opportunities available, in my opinion, is significantly understated. So I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for all that you do. You have inspired me to be my best, engage with the arts, and encourage other students to do the same. Without you and all the opportunities you have afforded me, I would not have gained the technical knowledge and love for production and composition, and I would not have progressed this far developmentally. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And finally, Mrs. Williams, thank you for all that you have done in my life. I've never really expressed this before, but your calm, clear communication, pertinent advice, commitment to my studies, and fair, humorous nature is a testament to the kind heart and genuine soul you possess. You have this amazing way of taking challenges, breaking them down and processing them systematically, and your phrase, "Don't overthink this," is something that plays in my mind every time I encounter a challenge, and it's safe to say it works. I will never forget the positive impact and change that you've had on my life, and because of this impact, I feel more confident in myself, my abilities, and my approach to life. I will genuinely miss listening to your pearls of wisdom or just having a conversation with you about a topic we're mutually interested in, so thank you. My gratitude extends outside the school too. Both my parents, who are sitting in the audience today, have been avid supporters of my developmental and educational journey. Without them, I would not be half the man I am today. Without them, I would not have had life-shaping experiences. Without them, I would not have had such a caring, supportive environment in which love, respect, and kindness is at the forefront. So to my mum and dad, thank you for investing in my education, loving me, and helping me through challenges and accepting me always. Thank you for getting me to this day. I love you so much, and I will never forget this monumental contribution you have made to my life. Finally, to the men of my graduating class of 2021 who sit before me, words cannot explain how much gratitude I hold for you. Wow, what a journey it has been. It's fair to say we have all experienced our highs and lows, our successes and failures, and yet we have all made it to this point as one. So may I say to each and every one of you, good luck in all that you do. Be strong and courageous. Be men of integrity. Stand up for what's right and don't be afraid to call out injustice. Be kind, respectful, caring and selfless. Look to the future with optimism and celebrate in the present, but don't forget the people who helped you along the way. Look after yourselves and one another, and be sure to keep in touch when you can. You all have bright futures ahead of you, and the only limit to your potential is that which you place on yourself. And my special thanks goes out to Ryan and his family. Ryan, over the years, has been an inspiration to us all. His story is not immune to challenge in the slightest, and yet he's approached every day with a smile, good humour and enthusiasm. Ryan, remember this, wherever life takes you, whatever happens, know that you are strong, you are capable, and most importantly, you are loved by us all. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 years is almost at a close, and hence it's time that I conclude my address to you for the final time. As I said a few weeks ago, change is upon us, change is all around us. However, change also happens in an instant. So let me leave you with one last piece of advice. To the young men of MBBC, the time you have here is limited. One day you'll be graduating like us, wondering what happened and where 13 years of schooling went. I know firsthand that schooling has highs, but also has lows, and sometimes those lows can feel like they outweigh the highs. But let me just say, in hindsight, it's really the other way around. So I implore you to all maximise the time you have left. Set those goals, try something new, give it a go, be your best, and as always, live and breathe the college values of care, character, teamwork and engagement. These values will guide you to a path of success. May your futures be bright. May your world be boundless. May you serve with faith and integrity in all that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, the honour truly has been mine. Thank you, God bless you all, and goodbye for the final.